This program is designed to provide general information with regards to the subject matters covered. This information is given with the understanding that neither the hosts, guests, sponsors, or station are engaged in rendering any specific and personal, medical, financial, legal, counseling, professional service, or any advice. You should seek the services of competent professionals before applying or trying any suggested ideas.
Books, PD products, science, fashion, and glam talk. From Bollywood to Hollywood, it's Meet and Greet with Dr. Afshan Hashmi. Every Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Right here on K4HD Radio and Talk4 TV. And here's your host, international speaker, educator, award-winning entrepreneur, and best-selling author, Dr. Afshan Hashmi.
Hello everyone, this is your loving host, radio and TV personality, Dr. Afshan Hashmi, live from Florida studio of K4HD Radio and Talk4 TV. And folks, as you know that Ramadan is going on and I am invited at many places to cover the event. So for this broadcast, I am covering the event of MCMF and MCMC, and it is Montgomery County Executive as well as Montgomery County Muslim Foundation and the Montgomery County Muslim Council and their annual Iftar dinner, which was held on April 4, 2023. And this, it's a long, like today I will show you 31 minutes of the movie, and then on next on April 20th, I will show you the second one, and the third part of the series will be on April 27th. And after that, there will be couple of places where I went for Iftar, so that will be shown. So folks, don't please tune in, and you know it will be a wonderful show. And before I get into that, I want to remind you that, as you know, I am a full-time author, and these are my two books. The first one is The Modern Mughal Mentality, New Strategies to Succeed in India and the Global Marketplace. And this was an Amazon bestseller and hot #1 new release book on Amazon. And I want a movie to be made, like a documentary to be made of this book. So all those documentary producers, please contact me at Afshan at drafshanhashmi.com. And my second book, The Outbreak of a Monstrous Infection, I want a movie or a web series or a TV serial to be made. So all those movie producers, web series producers, and TV producers, please contact me at Afshan at drafshanhashmi.com. And for my second book, The Outbreak of a Monstrous Infection, I am looking to give the license of this book or make a movie rights, you know. So please contact me at Afshan at drafshanhashmi.com. And folks, I'm looking for a literary agent. So all those literary agents listening, please contact me at Afshan at drafshanhashmi.com. As you all know, I am a full-time author. So the sale of these two books bring food to the table. So please go and buy these two books and give me an honest review. Having said that, now I will ask Rebel, my sound engineer, to please play the first sponsorship movie, because I want a sponsorship for this show. As you know, this show is syndicated worldwide to 300 million listeners, and I will give you a sponsorship in a very reasonable price. So if you give me sponsorship, I will be highly grateful, and in a very reasonable price I will give you the sponsorship. So please contact me at Afshan at drafshanhashmi.com.
Hello viewers around the globe, this is Dr. Afshan Hashmi, live for her radio show at K4HD and Talk4 TV show, and I just wanted to request you that please give me sponsorship if you want this show to continue. Having said that, friends, I will see you in another episode of K4HD Radio. plus Talk 4 TV show. And if you give me sponsorship, I will give you very reasonable price, and also you will get lot of promotion, as this show is syndicated worldwide to more than 300 million listeners. Cheers and bye bye.
So now, folks, I will ask Rebel to please play a book commercial, and then I will be back.
Would you love exposure for your business, product, or service to over 300 million potential listeners? Send an email to info@talk4media.com. And now let's hear from some of our sponsors.
Chapter 2: How Jugaad leads to multi-sector success stories in India, including definitions of the Jugaad management principle business model. Of the book The Modern Mughal Mentality: New Strategies to Succeed in India and the Global Marketplace. Inspiration: True Jugaad is an inspiration on how to create products using technology that meet the price-value equation. According to a Harvard Business Review article featuring expert Prahlad and Mashelkar, most innovation programs are built on the assumptions of affluence and abundance. We see the rich and the young in both the developed and the developing countries demanding environmental friendly products and services. They also believe that affordability and sustainability are crucial to driving successful business today. New technologies and radical business models are important not only to penetrate mass markets in India but in the entire world. By reconfiguring all areas of the business structure, they will pull.
A monstrous infection is spreading worldwide. OMG, is this a simple infection or a deliberate attempt to ruin the human population? Or maybe it's bioterrorism. What is this global infection and who is spreading it? Help us find out. Go to Amazon and search for The Outbreak of a Monstrous Infection. The human race needs your help to make this go viral. Go to Amazon.com and read The Outbreak of a Monstrous Infection to find out what happens next. Go now! The world is depending on you.
And now, back to Dr. Afshan Hashmi's radio show.
So now, folks, this is the flyer of MCMF and MCMC, and the Lieutenant Governor spoke in it, and the of Maryland, as well as the county executive spoke in it. And then there was a message, from Honorable Chris Van Hollen, the Senator of Maryland. So you will see this program in 3 parts, and one is today. Then it will be followed by next week on April 20th, and then it will be on April 27th. So please tune in and do let me know in comments how you like it. And this is the flyer, and this is what they gave, a booklet where it says 2022 at a glance, faith in action in MCMF flyer. Having said that, now Rebel, can you please play the first part of the movie? Hello everyone, this is Dr. Afshan Hashmi, live from Montgomery County, Iftaar, and here I am, and I just wanted to show you.
Can I film you guys?
What's that?
Yeah, I'm from Hollywood Radio and Talk 4 TV. You guys look nice.
Thank you.
This is the MCMF person I reached out to actually about it.
It will come on my radio and TV show.
That's my contact information.
Please kindly take your seats. Thank you. I'm the president of Montgomery County Muslim Foundation. I'm honored to be the MC for the Iftar event being hosted today in partnership with the Office of County Executive and Montgomery County Muslim Council. I welcome you all. We will begin the program with the recitation of the Holy Quran, and we hereby invite Imam Al-Chad to kindly do a Quran recitation and with translation. He will also be doing the invocation for the event. Imam Al-Chad is served as the Director of Religious and Youth Affairs at the Islamic Center of Maryland since 2019. He grew up in Indiana and accepted Islam when he was 15 years old. Imam Chad graduated with a degree in Islamic and Arabic Studies from the College of Islamic and Arabic Studies, Al-Azhar University, Cairo. I hereby invite Imam Chad to please join me on the stage to do the recitation. Thank you. Thank you.
We'll do the recitation and do the invocation.
Yes, yes.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون أياما معدودات فمن كان منكم مريضا أو على سفر فعدة من أيام أخر وعلى الذين يطيقونه فدية طعام مسكين فمن تطوع خيرا فهو خير له وأن تسوموا خير لكم إن كنتم تعلمون شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان فمن شهد منكم الشهر فليصمه ومن كان مريضا أو على سفر فعدة من أيام أخر يريد الله بكم اليسر ولا يريد بكم العسر ولتكملوا العدة ولتكبروا الله على ما هداكم ولعلكم تشكرون وإذا سألك عبادي عني فإني قريب أجيب دعوة الداعي إذا دعان فليستجيبوا لي وليؤمنوا بي لعلهم يرشدون. صدق Allah al-Azim. Read the translation, inshallah. O you who believe, fasting has been prescribed upon you as it was prescribed upon those before you, so that you perhaps might be mindful of God. A prescribed number of days, but those who are ill or on a journey, then let them fast an equal number of days afterwards. For those who can only fast with extreme difficulty, compensation can be made by feeding a needy person for every day not fasted. But whoever volunteers to give more, it is better for them. Yet to fast is even better for you if you only knew. Ramadan is the month of the Quran. Ramadan is the month in which the Quran was revealed as a guide for humanity with clear proofs of guidance and a standard to distinguish between right and wrong. So whoever is present during this month, then they should fast. But whoever is ill or on a journey, let them fast the same number of days afterwards. God intends ease for you, He does not intend hardship. God intends ease for you, He does not intend hardship, so that you may complete the prescribed number of days and proclaim the greatness of God for guiding you, and so that perhaps you might be grateful. When my servants call upon me, or when my servants ask about me, I am truly near. I respond to the caller when they call upon me. So let them respond to my call and to believe in me so that they might be rightly guided. So it's with great pleasure and great humbleness that I stand here to open this blessed gathering of friends, of family, of communities coming together in a time to celebrate the gift of our faith, the gift of Ramadan. And we start by saying thank you to our friends from the other faith communities. Obviously, thank you to our elected officials for putting this wonderful event together. But we start with a prayer, and that prayer is, dear God, we ask you in these moments of humbleness, in these moments of fatigue and thirst and hunger, to accept our fast. We ask you in this time of humbleness to allow us to understand that our strength does not come from food and water. Our strength comes from our faith in you and in the principles and the teachings which you have guided us to be better people and stewards of those around us and the world around us. We ask you in these moments of humbleness to accept our efforts. We ask you with sincere thankfulness to bless our communities, to accept our acts of worship. We ask you to allow us to be messengers of your truth, to show the world that belief is not in vain, to show the world that belief matters and that belief uplifts people and makes the world a better place, that our belief can make us stronger and better even in our differences and our disagreements. We ask you to help us understand the blessing of community, the blessing of family, the blessing of friendships that we make with those who are Muslim and those who are not Muslim, who see the good in us and we see the good in them, that we might work together to make the world a more ideal place. آمين يا رب العالمين وصلى اللهم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
Thank you so much, Imam Chad.
You took my chair.
I would like to now invite Mr. Asif Hussain from the Montgomery County Muslim Council to join me to welcome all of you.
Assalamu alaikum. Good evening and welcome to our family, community members, elected officials, and hopefully a category we all fall into together, friends. My name is Asif Hussain. I am the president of the Montgomery County Muslim Council. We welcome you here today on this beautiful, yet a little bit warm spring day to our annual Iftar event jointly hosted by MCMF, Montgomery County Muslim Foundation, MCMC, Montgomery County Muslim Council, and of course, our wonderful county executive, Mark Eldridge. Thank you very much for being here today. MCMC is focused on promoting civil and political engagement, representing the Montgomery County Muslim community, as well as many others in Montgomery County. It is through this engagement that we remain a vibrant community, one that is well connected with elected officials in Montgomery County and across the state of Maryland. I hope that in the coming year, you will all see an increase in your own personal political engagement, political affairs, important election of 2024, next year notwithstanding. Please reach out to us here at MCMC. We're always on the lookout for those who are interested in getting involved in whatever capacity that may be. I would be remiss if at this time I did not acknowledge and remember a few tremendous losses that we had in our community, specifically to the MCMC and MCMF families, stalwarts in our community. About a year and a half ago, roughly, Mr. Tufail Ahmed, and just a few months back, Dr. Aqila Rahman. Both were, I cannot do justice to what they represent to our community, to our organizations, as individuals, but just a little bit that I'll mention is that they were both had the wherewithal to be founding members of MCMC back in 2001 and subsequently of MCMF in terms of the social work that MCMF does. Again, they were founding fathers of these organizations and really were at the forefront of promoting Muslim causes across the county and at the state and really even at national levels. We ask that we remember them and use their guidance, their example to help us remember what's important and build upon the great work that they helped establish. And we ask that all of us remember them and their respective family members in your prayers, in your du'as. So we make dua for their maghfirah. I also would be remiss if I didn't mention just I think yesterday it was, one of our local beloved leaders, the Imam of ISWA, Islamic Society of Washington area, Imam Faisal Khan, his wife, Maimun Khan, passed away. In fact, her janaza, her burial prayer and actual burial was actually conducted earlier today. So please remember her and Imam Faisal Khan's family in your prayers and your du'as as well. So I'll turn it back to Sabah here for the remainder of the program. Thank you again for being here today on this Iftar event.
Thank you, Asif. And I also join on behalf of MCMF to ditto the exact sentiments that Asif has shared regarding Tufail Saab and Dr. Rahman and Imam Fazl Khan, who lost his wife today. Now, I would like to now invite our chair, Mr. Sultan Chaudhry, to please come on the stage and welcome everyone.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum. Greetings and shalom and peace. Such a wonderful evening to welcome you on a sunny day, spring but summer-like weather. And of course, thank you for missing all the TV show that's going on because of what's happened in New York. But it's our joy and our gratitude that all our leaders, elected and social leaders, could be here to be with us to celebrate the blessings of Ramadan. Ramadan Kareem. It's my distinguished pleasure to welcome you, our own community members and community at large in Montgomery County, which is our home. As my colleagues before me expressed the sentiments of the loss of our two leaders, I would share that with them. In fact, I feel humbled standing before you as chair of MCMF, where Tufal Ahmed used to stand. So could never fill his shoes, but I worked closely with both the leaders, Tufal Ahmed and Akil Rahman. I worked at the grocery stores collecting food for them, for the needies, volunteering in different things, building community institutions, Dr. Akil Rahman, and many other offers that they love. And I'm sure their souls will be happy to see we are continuing that spirit and journey. We'll also keep our minds, Faisal Khan and Mona Nagam and her husband, and all others that are grieving on different causes. This is my moment to recognize our elected leaders that have come to this great gathering, local, county, state, and federal. Our hats off to them. And I also want to recognize the couple of ambassadors that are supposed to be here. I don't see them, but they did confirm that they should be here. Wish to convey my heartfelt thanks to the volunteers, donors, faith leaders, students, county employees, and all who do so much in helping us continue work to achieve our vision to create a hunger-free and hate-free society. Want to thank our sponsors, some of them are here, for helping us to organize this event. Their names you'll see at the back of the program agenda. So they're all good people. We've started this year to get some sponsors. I want to make special thanks to our Asia coordinator, Montgomery County E, Kate Chase of FCAG, and Arwa Minister Coordinator from the county's office. The great people that help us facilitate and have this beautiful program. I'll take a moment to call upon the audience and beyond, those who are not yet MCMF member, be members, get involved, help the community and the society. And in a few minutes, you will see the activities that we do, help people, those who are in need, seniors, youth, and all kinds of activities. So help, and there's no greater satisfaction than volunteering. MCMF depends on the volunteers. We all are volunteers, Sabah is a volunteer, and everybody that will see are volunteers. Of course, we are great. We feel great that we are resident of this county. I've been a resident of this county for over 30 years, and I've raised 3 kids going from elementary school to college to graduate schools. They are in their own professions, primarily medical professions. So at this moment, I want to take the pleasure and honor to introduce our county executive, Mark Elridge, to come to the stage. And we all know him, but as he walks, I will read a little bit of his intro. County Executive Mark Elridge is in his second term at the Montgomery County Executive. He previously served 3 times on the Montgomery County Council as an at-large member, first elected in 2006. He served as a Tacoma Park City Council member from 1987 to 2006. For 17 years, he was a teacher at Rolling Terrace Elementary School in Tacoma Park. Perhaps that's why he is so humble, easy to reach, and I always seek his guidance. As a matter of fact, last week I was standing here and asking his counsel on different matters. County Executive Elridge has focused overarching vision of making Montgomery County a more equitable and inclusive place to live and work. He skillfully addressed the recent pandemic and the many consequences of businesses, residents, and workers. Recently, among many other initiatives, he began a reimagining public safety task force with diverse community members. We are proud to call him our county executive and have him as our friend. Let's welcome County Executive Mark Coleridge and look forward to many, many days and years working together.
So is everybody enjoying the tropical setting we have prepared for tonight? This is quite accidental, I assure you. It's not so easy to turn on air conditioning and turn off air conditioning in a building like this. And who was expecting summer today? I wasn't expecting summer today. So I want to thank you all for inviting me here to talk. I've been working with your community for a long time, and I will say you do amazing work in this community. I want to acknowledge the earlier mention of the people who were lost in Tufail Ahmad, Dr. Rahman, and Faisal Khan's wife. But I just want to call, kind of a special attention to the role that Tufail played and the role that Dr. Rahman played. Tufail, I think as many of you know, ran for county council. In the same year I ran and won, Tufail did not prevail. But Tufail and I, though we were both running for 4 seats, actually wind up talking about each other when we were in these debates. We were not arguing, we were like, we agree with each other. But what Tufail did, he was the first Muslim to step forward into the community and take a political stance. And Tufail was very deliberate about that. He understood that the way to gain acceptance in a society that is not always as welcoming as it should be is to stand up and say who you are and who we are, and to call on us to come together as a community. And that's what Tufail did. And his loss is certainly a major loss in this community. And I would say Dr. Rahman did the same thing. He didn't run for office, but he ensured that there was political engagement, that that the Muslim community was aware of the issues that were in Montgomery County, and he was a powerful voice for justice. And I still remember the conversations I had with him as he probed to understand better things that he didn't know, but he wanted to know. And I appreciate the ability of somebody to not be certain about everything, but to be able to try to learn from who is around them. And I thought, we've had great Muslim leaders here, and it's brought us to a much better place, I believe, over time. I think people here from my office. Yishen is our Asian liaison. Arwa El-Barai is with Muslim community, and Kay Chance is our faith liaison. So we have 3 important people who make a point of making sure that your community is engaged with everybody else in Montgomery County. And thank you. And I appreciate over the years that when one community was attacked, the ability of all communities to come together. And I'll say it's one remarkable thing about this country on a good day, except for some people, is the ability of everybody to recognize the common humanity of everybody else and to be engaged in a project of trying to build a society in which everybody has a place, that everybody is recognized for the value and the worth they bring to the table, and that we can all work with each other. And your community has certainly been exemplary in that. I thank you for your health clinics, and I remind people all the time that your health clinics serve more non-Muslims than Muslims. And it's another example of a contribution to the entirety of the Montgomery County community. And I think it's important that everybody in the county understand the role that you all have played here. I'm happy to be here to celebrate Ramadan Mubarak. Thank you very much for coming, and I'm glad the county could host. Like I said, I wish it was cooler in here, but it is what it is. And we'll get by the evening, I'm sure. This is, really a significant holiday, and it's nice to be sharing food together and to share conversations with each other. And I've always looked forward. I've been coming to these events for years. I'll be going to a number of iftars over the coming weeks. Make sure I probably see every mosque in the county over the coming weeks. So it's important that you all see us out in the community, that you just don't come to us, but that we also come to you. And I wanted you to know that I take this seriously, and I understand the importance of everybody feeling respected and included in this community. And I want to thank this community for helping us get through the worst of COVID. I'm not going to say COVID's over. I've got too many friends who are still getting COVID, so it's clearly not over, but the worst of it seems to have passed for now. I stood with you in Gaithersburg giving out food to people who needed food. I've been in your clinics. I've seen the work you've done on first when we were trying to get people tested so we could figure out who had COVID, and then we were giving out vaccines. And you've played a continual role in making sure this county got through COVID as well as we did. And we wouldn't have succeeded if it hadn't been for people in this community. Not every community did what we did. So I appreciate everything you've done for Montgomery County, all the work you do to make this an inclusive and welcoming place. And I want to assure you, and I know I speak for everybody on the council and in county government, that all of us are committed to building a community where we all see each other and as part of a common thread, engaged in a common pursuit of building a better society and making sure that everybody has a place and a role in that society. So again, thank you for giving me a couple of minutes. Thank you for being here. And I'll be back up to read a proclamation. I guess Evan Glass is going to come up next. Thank you very much.
Thank you, County Executive Mark Eldridge. You are such a big support to MCMF and to the entire community. And today we are where we are is because of the support of our County Executive and the County Council members. So thank you so much. Please give them a big hand. Now I'd like to invite our Council Member President, Evan Glass, who's also a great friend of the community. He's president, at-large member of the Montgomery County Council. He's the first openly LGBTQ individual to serve on the council in this role. Now in his second term, Council President Glass is the chair of the Transportation and Environment Committee and a member of the Economic Development Committee. Evan Glass has volunteered with us many, many times on food drives. So thank you, Evan, for your participation. Thank you. Please join us.
Thank you very much, Saba. Good to see you all. Assalamu alaikum. First off, thank you to MCMF and to MCMC for helping organize this evening's event and for all the work that you do in our community. It is so appreciated, not only by those who seek your services, but by the diverse community that we all call home here. And before I go further, I want to recognize a number of my colleagues who are joining me here this evening. Councilmember Sidney Katz is here. Councilmember Gabe Albernaz. One of our new council members, Kate Stewart. Another new councilmember, Dawn Ludke. And Councilmember Lorianne Sales is represented by her chief of staff, and I thank her. I have the honor of serving as president for what is the largest and most diverse council we have ever had here in Montgomery County. But there's always room to increase that diversity. And in the coming years, I hope we get to add a Muslim member of the council. So we have work to do here to add to our beautiful diversity. But it is also Holy Week. Not only are we in the holy month of Ramadan, but we are about to embark on Passover and also on Easter on Sunday. And I look forward to celebrating this iftar with all of you tonight and tomorrow. And at this time, there is a commonality. It's about introspection. It's about mindfulness. It's about humility. And I think that is what all of us bring and all of us need to be mindful of as we do work with our neighbors and create this community that is loving and compassionate and caring. And so as we continue celebrating the Holy Month, as we celebrate Easter and Passover, we have to keep those feelings and motivations close to us because we have to be good neighbors. And as we celebrate our beautiful diversity, all 1.1 million people here in Montgomery County, recognizing that the 4 of the 10 most diverse communities in the entire country are here in Montgomery County, it is why we all choose to live here, to be good neighbors, to care for others, and to be compassionate in our work. And I just want you all to know that the council will continue being good partners with each and every one of you. We will continue being compassionate, not only in our policies, but in our budgets as well. And we're about to embark on that conversation, a $6.8 billion budget that is full of compassion. And so I hope that we get to hear from you in the weeks ahead as we talk about turning our compassion into action. But for this evening and for the rest of this month, I want to say thank you and look forward to celebrating with all of you. Cheers.
So folks, this was the part 1 of MCMC Aftar, like the breaking of the fast and in collaboration with county executive. This organization does it every year, and this show was dedicated to the founder of MCMC and MCMF, Tufail Ahmed, or lovingly I used to call him Tufail Uncle, and his beautiful wife Saita Auntie, who are no more with us. Saita Auntie and Tufail Uncle, if you are listening in heaven, this is dedicated to you, and also their daughter Samina Ahmed is my best friend. So Samina, if you are listening, this is dedicated to your wonderful parents. Having said that, friends, now, I want to remind you that these are my 2 books. The first one is The Modern Mughal Mentality, New Strategies to Succeed in India and the Global Marketplace. I want a documentary to be made out of it. So all those documentary producers, please contact me at afshan@afshanhajmi.com. And for my second book, The Outbreak of a Monstrous Infection, I want a movie or a web series or a TV serial to be made. So all those movie producers, TV serial producers and web series producers, please contact me at afshan@afshanhajmi.com. These 2 books were Amazon bestsellers, and The Modern Mughal Mentality was also hot #1 new release on Amazon. So they are wonderful books, and I'm looking for literary agents. So if literary agents, if you are listening, please contact me at afshan@afshanhajmi.com. And I'm looking to sell the book rights as well as movie and TV serial or web series rights for The Outbreak of a Monstrous Infection, and already I have the script written for it. So please contact me at afshan@afshanhajmi.com. Having said that, friends, I am a full-time author, so these 2 books bring food to the table. So please go and buy these 2 books and give me an honest review. Having said that, now Rebel, please play the commercial of the sponsorship. And folks, I will now sign off and see you on next Thursday at 6 p.m. US Eastern Time on K4HD Radio and Talk 4 TV. And this show is syndicated worldwide to more than 300 million listeners. Cheers and bye-bye.
Hello everyone, this is Dr. Afshan Hashmi live from a barn country club in Virginia, and I just wanted to say that my K4HD radio and Talk 4 TV show called Meet and Greet with Dr. Afshan Hashmi is syndicated worldwide and has more than 300 million listeners. And if you want these shows to continue, please give a sponsorship, and I request to please give a sponsorship because these shows require a lot of energy and money to produce. So I would request everyone to give me sponsorship, and your product will be promoted in a very reasonable price, and you can contact me at afshan@drafshanhashmi.com. Cheers and bye bye.
You've been listening to Meet and Greet with Dr. Afshan Hashmi on K4HD Radio and Talk 4 TV. Tune in live right here every Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Would you love exposure to your business, product, or service to over 300 million potential listeners? Send an email to info@talk4media.com. And remember, if you miss any part of this show or want to hear it again, find our featured show on iHeartRadio or YouTube, where all past episodes are available on demand 24/7. See you next Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on K4HD and Talk 4 TV.